Hello, little ones. It's me, Peppa Pig. Oink! Today's story is about some clever little mice and a very big sneaky cat. In a cozy house, a family of tiny mice loved to play and nibble cheese. But their fun was spoiled by Ginger, a big, quiet cat who crept around like a fluffy ninja. The mice were always scared, peeking around corners and listening for danger. They couldn't play or relax, always worried about Ginger. One day, Squeaky the mouse said, "This is no way to live." All the mice agreed. They needed a plan to outsmart the cat. So they called a secret meeting. No cats allowed. It was time to solve their big cat problem once and for all. Would they find a way to be safe and happy again? Let's see what clever idea they come up with. Oink, let's get started. The adventure begins now. Will the mice outsmart Ginger? Let's find out. The mice gathered in their secret spot behind the big clock. They sat in a circle, whiskers twitching, ready to solve their problem. Grandpa Gus, the oldest mouse, stood up with his matchstick cane. "We need a clever idea to keep us safe from Ginger," he said. The mice chattered, sharing ideas. "Let's dig a tunnel," said one. "But the cat could wait at the end," worried another. "Let's push a vase on him," suggested a strong mouse. But they were too small. Every idea had a problem. The mice grew sad and quiet. "Is there really no way to know when the cat is coming?" One mouse sighed. They needed a warning, a signal to help them hide. The room was silent except for the tick-tock of the clock. The mice nibbled on crumbs, feeling gloomy. Was their problem too big to solve? But just then, hope was about to bounce in. Would someone have a clever idea? Let's see what happens next. Suddenly, Timmy, the youngest mouse, jumped up. "I have an idea," he squeaked. "Let's make the cat noisy." The other mice looked puzzled. "How?" "We'll put a bell on him," Timmy said. "If Ginger wears a bell, we'll hear him coming." The mice cheered. "A bell! That's brilliant!" With a jingle-jangle, they'd always have time to hide. They could play and eat without fear. The mice lifted Timmy up, celebrating his clever plan. "Timmy is the smartest mouse," they sang. Their big problem seemed solved. They imagined a happy life, safe from sneaky Ginger. Was it really that easy? The mice were ready to celebrate, but one wise mouse still had a question. As the mice celebrated, Grandpa Gus spoke up. He stroked his whiskers and waited for quiet. "Timmy's idea is clever," he said. "A bell would warn us every time." The mice beamed with pride. "But," Grandpa Gus continued, "who will put the bell on the cat?" The room fell silent. The mice looked at each other, suddenly worried. The strong mouse shrank back. Timmy stopped bouncing. Who would be brave enough to sneak up to Ginger? The plan sounded easy, until they had to do it. The mice realized the hard part wasn't thinking of the idea but making it happen. Their celebration faded. The big problem was back. Sometimes even the best ideas are hard to do. The mice learned a lesson. Plans need action, not just talk. What would they do now? The mice sat quietly, thinking about Grandpa Gus's question. Who will bell the cat? No one volunteered. The clever plan was much harder to do than to say. The mice understood. A good idea only works if you can make it happen. They went back to peeking and listening, a little wiser than before. Sometimes plans are easier said than done. It's important to think about every step before getting excited. Just like when I say I'll tidy my room. Sometimes it's a bigger job than I thought. Oink! The mice respected Grandpa Gus's wisdom from then on. And that's the end of our story. Remember, always think things through and be a clever mouse. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun stories. Oink, oink, goodbye.